Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today we're taking a look at the WorkSharp Precision Adjust Sharpening System. Everyone's been talking about this, so yeah, I had to get one. Alright, so I've had this for 4 months. Been using it, sharpening with it, and I think I'm finally ready to talk about it. So let's go ahead and take a measurement here with this old beat up ruler I have. We can see that at the very top of the screw, it's just a little bit under 8 inches, or maybe you guys can't see that, whatever. It's about 8 inches tall, give or take a little bit. I don't think there's any size comparisons to do, really. Here it is against the Papo Standing Brown T-Rex. If that means anything to you. Here it is against a chunk of quartz Monza diorite. Yeah, there's really nothing I'm going to do for size comparisons. So, I guess really quick, maybe I should run over how it works, and then we'll talk about, I'll go and show you guys some sharpening footage. I took quite a bit of sharpening footage, but I'm not going to show all of it just because, I mean, how much do you honestly need to see? So, yeah. So what are we looking at here? If you want to see this guy fresh out of the box, I do have an unboxing video of this knife. I will leave it in a card up here. Or, let's see, yeah, up here. Or is it? No, right here. Anyways, so what we have here is this little arm, basically, that your stones run on. You have a clamp that your knife blade goes in. It is magnetic, comes out of there and goes in, holds in pretty good, and then you actually can, if you want, when you're swapping your knife around, you have this big button on the back, you can push that in, and that allows you, let's see if I can show this good, push that in, and that allows you to rotate it. Honestly, I didn't use that feature very much. I just took that out and flipped it around because that was easier to me. Here you have your angle adjust. These little arrows here, you control it by twisting the top of the screw and it moves it up or down. Your stones. It comes with a 320 grit diamond, a 600 grit diamond, and then a very fine ceramic. Really, really cool there. So you get those 3. They snap into place as you rotate them. And then again, this moves up and down this arm. You have these little washers here and here. Where is it? And here, or little gaskets really. And you can move these to adjust, how long you want your strokes to be. You have this handle here that you can use as you go along the knife. I honestly just grabbed it back here most of the time for some reason. But yeah, as far as the clamp goes, you have this little screw here. That allows you to open the clamp and then put your blade in and close it. I'm opening it because I'm an idiot. Anyways, yeah, there you go. Now you get the point. All right, so let's go ahead and go show some sharpening footage. All right, shall we see how it turned out? I think so. Let's take this off. That thing can have some grip. That's good. All right, so see if we can see the edge. Maybe, I don't know. One thing I wanted to point out first, a weakness of this system and most guided angle systems is that, or fixed angle systems, whatever, knives with removable thumb studs can sometimes cause a problem. With non-removable thumb studs. I don't know what I said before. But not being able to remove this thumb stud means that there's a little tiny bit of this blade that the stones could not get to, and that's not pretty. If you're doing it on a bench stone, of course, it's a little easier to compensate for that. Just adjust the way you're holding the knife. But on this system, you can't really adjust for that, really. So there is a little bit of a smile forming. So, next thing, on the review I did of the Smith tri-hone sharpening system, someone commented saying, oh, you should use a strop afterwards. And I agree, definitely you should strop after you sharpen your knife. But the reason I don't strop after I do my sharpener reviews is because I just want to show what you can get with only this system. That's why I don't include any aftermarket parts or anything like that in the reviews. Just what you get out of the box, what kind of edge can you get. So let's go ahead and do some cutting. We're going to have to be careful to not get that unsharpened section. Yeah. All right, yeah, that is nice and sharp. Very, very nice. All right, let's do some more sharpening with the WorkSharp Precision Adjust sharpening system. Back at college, so any noise you hear in the background, it's gonna be my roommates in other parts of the apartment. Yeah. Oh, and also I went babyface. Shaved off the beard. Big mistake. It's growing back. So my goodness. I already sharpened. That was a stupid flip. The Dam Designs Cerberus. Gave it a nice toothy edge on this D2. And unfortunately, being the idiot that I am, I lost all the footage. I did film myself sharpening it, but just hit some buttons I wasn't supposed to press. Anyways. Yeah, that's the kind of edge you want on D2. Really nice edge. So, I was thinking I'd want to go with something a little more fancy and refined. So we're going to be sharpening the CRKT Montosa. I like this knife, 8CR 13 or 14 MOV, something, I can't remember. Needs sharpened. And then maybe we will also sharpen the Best Tech Sledgehammer. This is D2. I think this guy could probably use a sharpen. Yeah, definitely will sharpen up him. And I want to sharpen something a little more high end. S35 yen on the Cold Steel Code 4. Cold Steel heat treats their knives really well, and this knife has been not sure it'll need sharpened. It won't. I mean, we could, of course, just, I don't know. We'll find something to, maybe, actually, since I have it out here, 2 knives NV3. This is M390. Could use a touch-up. maybe we'll do that live too. Obviously, just to say this, I do not recommend trying out a new sharpening system on your expensive knives. Practice on some cheaper knives to begin with, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the sharpening. So we have this little swedge up here on the blade. See how that goes into the clamp. Luckily we'll just clamp it down right there. Let's move it this way a little bit. One thing I've been experiencing with this system so far is that I have, sometimes if you don't hold the clamp just the right way when you're screwing it down, you can have these little, this can stick up a little more than you want, and you can probably see right there. You hit it sometimes. I'll show that better later. But anyways, let's see what our edge angle is like. All right, let's get to sharpening. Alrighty, so what am I thinking about the WorkSharp Precision Adjust? What am I liking? What am I not liking so much? So let's talk about how it just feels to use it. I'm trying to figure out how should I adjust my camera. If I tilt it up like that, maybe we'll go like this. So it's easy to use, and I like that. Even if you're someone who has no sharpening experience at all, you can figure out how this works. It comes with very good instructions, and it's very intuitive, again, so that's really, really good. It's also easy to adjust to if you're like me and you're used to sharpening with bench stones. This is actually the very first fixed angle sharpening system of this type with a clamp and everything that I've ever used. So yeah, but it was easy for me to figure out. That was great. Putting it together out of the box is super easy. You know, you have all kinds of different angles that you can adjust to. I like that. The clamp holds in well. I do like this system going up and down the arm. The stones that it comes with are actually pretty good. The 300 grit or 320 grit, my bad, was really good at removing material. No problems there. And the fine rod, the fine stone, struggling for words, did everything that I wanted it to do. And so, yeah, no complaints there really. And of course the medium grit stone did a lot of stuff too. I said this already, but I'll say it again. Yes, there are upgrade kits available for this, but I'm just reviewing what you get out of the box. So the knives that I sharpened with this, I did not strop, or, you know, I tested the sharpness without stropping them or using different stones other than these, just to show what you can get if you only have this. Yes, you should definitely strop all your knives, but I just want to demonstrate what you can do with only this. So speaking of knives, let's look at some of the knives that I sharpened. Go. And tilt this down. Yeah, well, just about there for a second. I think I already showed some footage of the CRKT Montosa. I'll grab it out here again. So here it is. My camera really struggles to pick up reflectivity. But anyways, this was not the best sharpening because I actually tried to do a couple of weird things with this, just to kind of test out. You'll see that this side, the bevel is much bigger than on this side, and I have used this knife since sharpening it, by the way, than on this side. And I was testing out if I could make this knife slicier by giving it a smaller bevel on one side and a bigger bevel on the other side. Just kind of experimenting with different ways to sharpen. And in case you're wondering, I don't really think it helps that much. But where'd my sticky notes go? Ah, there they are. My neon green sticky notes. See the sharpness on this guy. Like I said, I already showed this one. Nice and sharp. You know what? I already showed the Tuya knife, the NV3. So another knife I sharpened was the Sincut Scepter. Let's take a look at that edge. This is another knife that's actually seen use since I sharpened it. Should have done this video sooner, but there we go. And then a knife that I sharpened just this morning. The CGRB large Feldspar. This is in D2 steel, and I like my D2 to have a very toothy, almost rough edge. I think that's the best way to run D2. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the edge I like off of D2. And that edge will last a lot longer than a polished edge too on D2 in my experience. And then perhaps the fanciest edge I did was on the CGRB Rhea. Let's see if we can get in on this this real close. Need something to kind of like show reflectivity off of. If my camera will pick it up, which again, my camera doesn't really do stuff like that too good. You can kind of see how reflective it is. I did this pretty close to mirror polish on this one, and AR RPM 9 takes such a nice polished edge. Look at that. Tiny, tiny curls. See if we can do it right here. Yeah, very sharp, very sharp. So as far as sharpening your knives go and maintaining your edges, yeah, you can do a whole lot with this just out of the box. I'm sure there's a lot more you could do, and I've said this before, I'm not like a professional, I'm not a sharpener on the level of someone like Jared from Neves Knives, who makes absolutely beautiful, incredible edges. I like working edges, honestly. Most of my knives, I just put working edges on them. keep them sharp, but maybe not looking super beautiful. However, you can make beautiful looking and functional edges with this little machine here. So let's talk about what I don't like pretty briefly. So there were a few things that I found kind of bothered me with this system. The first one was actually this clamp. I found that sometimes if I wasn't careful, the clamp would lock down on the knife in such a way that these arms here on either side would stick up. And as you can see, the sharpener would hit them. You can see that right there, the marks where the stones would hit the clamp. And it's easy to avoid this. When you're putting the knife in the clamp, just make sure that everything's flush, push down with your thumbs. But it's just an extra step, an extra little bit of thinking that, frankly, I don't really want to think about. So I would definitely consider that to be consider that to be a negative. The screwing in thing is when you're really trying to squish it down on a knife, it can be a little bit difficult, but it can overcome stuff. The clamp does hold things in place very well, though, once you get it screwed down good. Next thing, there's a little pushing the button in the back to be able to rotate this. I didn't find it to be very useful. I mean, there's nothing functionally wrong with it, because if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. In fact, right now it's really stiff. It wasn't this stiff when I first unboxed it. But yeah, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. Like I said, I usually just pulled out and just flipped the whole shebang over. So yeah. Next thing, this thing kind of rattles around a little bit. And the little feet on the bottom, you see those rubber feet? They don't hold as secure as you would like. And you can see here when I'm doing the sharpening motion, see how much it's kind of shifting around? So, you can hold it like that, but I just thought I'd mention it. So, that's really the only negatives I have. And so let's go on to what I think my final conclusions are. Let's start off with the price. These are about $50. That's really good. I think that's fantastic. What you're getting here for $50 is really nice, especially if you're someone who's just getting into knives and you want a reliable sharpener that can get you good edges every single time. It's hard to go wrong with this. It really is. So, what do I like again? I kind of feel like I kind of skipped over what I like, but it's easy to use and it gives results. That's what I like. And that may not sound like a whole lot, but what do you want your sharpener to do? You want to be able to use it easily and you want it to give good results. This does that. You have a wide variety of angles to choose from. You have the 3 stones that it comes with, I think, are really good. I think you can do pretty much everything that you're going to want to or need to do to an edge with these 3 stones. You can reprofile, you can polish, touch up, sharpen, just give it a basic edge. You can do everything that you want to do with these. I mean, what more can you ask? And there are upgrade kits available for this, and I'll probably get an upgrade kit eventually. But as is, out of the box, it's really good. It's really, really good. I showed several knives I sharpened with it. There were lots of knives that I sharpened with this that I just sharpened for my own personal needs, not, for the camera or anything. So VV Maston I happen to have lying around here. Sharpen this guy with this. That was just a really quick sharpen. I just slammed it in there and hit it a few times. It's not a good motion to make on the internet. And hit it a few times with that. Worked great. Another knife that I gave a little bit of a sharpening to was the Cold Steel Mini Tack. I like this. I like this system a whole lot. Can I recommend it? Absolutely. And you know what? I think that's honestly all I really need to say about this. It works. at an affordable price. Go get one. Go get one. That's all there is to it. Anyways, I've been Gideon. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.